Hey, it's William Jiaming. You're watching a serious video, in fact, 1000 video about procreate. Okay, so I'm going to share all the tips that I learned. And so previously, we talked about two methods of adding shadow, so you won't have a very dirty shadow. Okay, the first is to drag it down at the same time. Add more saturation. The second is to add a clipping mask, okay, and add a clipping mask, and then using the multiply, and then using the color, add the colors up a little bit or down a little bit, and then make it really subtle, and then you can have that very good effect. Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you another way of doing things. So what I'm going to do is to hide this two and get the original layer out. So without any trick, we can just use color theory. So we can use the color wheel. Okay, so for example, if you got like a hold of this color, the color is right here, you can use the opposite side of the color wheel. Okay, and then even though you might think that, wow, that's really drastic, you can still do that. And of course you can use the help of harmony to help you do that. Okay, so if you click harmony, you tab here, it will automatically give you another complementary color. Okay, so once you got the complementary color, and instead of using a brush, I'm going to use a syrup. Okay, so it's a fairly big syrup brush. You can do something like this, and things it will be cover this layer. So what I'm going to do is to duplicate this, hide this, and you can use clipping mask. You can use you can use alpha lock. Let me use alpha lock for this one, and instead of use really if you got opacity of like 100, you'll get something like this. Of course you can do that. Let me just show you. Okay, so for example, you want like the color, you can do something like this. Okay, it will be like a really drastic color, but normally I would just get a little bit like opacity down, and well, let me show you. I will do something like this. Okay, so even though you're using like a really drastic color, it won't get weird because it's complementary. So these two colors do complement each other. And of course, if you don't want to like adjust that, you can just make it opacity to 100. Okay, just to use the really drastic color, and you can just just drop it here, and then you can adjust the whole layer. Okay, you can just make it down a little bit. Oh, I forgot, it's not a clipping mask, so I'm going to use yeah, you can make it this transparent, and you can show what's rest out. Okay, because I also got a layer down below. Let's always have a duplication, so once you make some mistake, you can also do this. And this complementary color can be used to a lot of scenarios. So let me just show you another one. Okay, so it's blue. Yeah, let me just use another harmony. So for example, like really drastic pinkish color. Okay, so it'll be too bright. Okay, that's just too bright. Let me just turn it down a little bit. So yeah, pretty nice pinkish color. And for example, you want to add, you can add this time let's add another layer and make this a clipping mask. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is to remember choose normal and this complementary color, so it should be here, and then you can draw here without actually draw outside. And as you guys can see, the original combination is already pretty good. You can get like a really illustration, like a really cute illustration sort of style. It's like a watermelon sort of feeling. And of course you can also just turn it down a little bit. Okay, just turn it down, don't turn too much, just turn it down a little bit. Still it can have that kind of feeling without making things really weird. But this method, if you like turn down too much, it can have some sort of a dirty feeling. Okay, so just be aware.